What's going on, ladies and Larry? So this is just going to be a little video on anyone who is starting out in the game and is looking for like a game loop. It's a little bug I found, but it's something that works if you're in a smaller ship like what I have here. This is the Aegis Avenger Titan, and it's what I recommend for a starter ship versus the starter packages that they have for the game, only because it has a bed, it has cargo. You can run package missions and as well as fight in it, doing some of the missions in it. And it's a good fighter. It's a good all-arounder. It's a nimble little ship, and it works really well for one of the smaller ships. It's my preferred smaller ship unless Crusader Industries comes out with a small ship that I can replace this with, because everything else in my fleet is Crusader Industries. Adventure Titan is the way I roll. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get flying out of here, and we'll get set up, and I'll get on the star map, and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, gang. So while we're getting set up here, see the Avenger Titan. The beautiful thing about a small ship like this is people tend to leave you alone. You're not hauling cargo where pirates are going to want to rob you. You're not really worth people's time. You're not really a threat either. So it's kind of a great little ship, just like I said, to do what they call box missions. It's like courier, where you go pick up a box and bring it. You know, you can courier in it, you can run drugs in it, you can fight in it. Like I said, some of the low threat targets are easy enough to do. You can upgrade it. I have some upgrades on it. I changed the guns out to repeaters instead of the Gatling ballistic in the front. But yeah, so what we're going to do, so let's say you're starting out and you don't have any armor, any weapons, any gear. You don't have anything, really, just a flight suit and a helmet and a ship. And let's say you don't want to spend the money, the credits that you have. Well, what you can do is what I'm going to show you here. So we're going to open up the star map.
Please select your destination.
And then we're going to go, I'm in the Microtech system, and any system, whether it's Microtech, ArcCorp, any of these systems, Crusader, all have this little loop that I found. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the moon, Euterpe, set that route. Okay. Close star map.
Exiting map.
So we have a waypoint we have to go to before getting there. Get my quantum drive up. I'm going to get my gimbals, get them, go ahead and get them set up as well. Gimbals are on. All right. Now let's find our first waypoint is here. Gauge jump.
Certainly.
Here's Euterpe. Gauge jump.
Hyperspace jump.
And the other neat thing about going to these places and getting this gear is that you're on moon, so it doesn't take a lot to get out of atmosphere and to jump away versus being on planets. So what we're going to look for is Bud's Growery. And there it is there. Each system kind of has one of these. Gauge jump.
As you wish.
As we're going down into the planet side here, places like Bud's Growery and some of the other places are not in the armistice zone. That means other players can kill you and shoot you. So you want to be mindful of that. When you first start out, if you don't have a gun, don't worry about it. You'll get them here. The way I'm going to teach you right now, you'll get plenty of arms and armor and medical supplies and all kinds of stuff. And always, too, watch your altitude, especially in some of these areas that have mountains and have cloud cover and stuff. You can run into the side of a mountain if you can't see. You can scan if you want to. It does give you away if somebody is out there looking for you. So you want to be mindful of that. I tend to slow down when I get to a certain distance just because I don't want to smack into the side of a mountain. I'm watching my altitude as well. And I'll go to the map here so you can see how the clouds are there. So you have to be mindful of that. Otherwise you'll lose everything you got. Now I like to stay about 1,000 feet. Right at about 1,000 feet. Just slow my speed down a little bit so we're not running into the ground. Dark. There's Bud's Growery there. You can see the lights. All right. I'm going to completely stop, slow down. We're not seeing any kind of craft here, okay? So, lower landing gear.
Lowering gear.
Toggle down my speed a little bit. Gonna cruise right in there. Best at piloting, but we're gonna get there. Now, what I like to do here is I don't like to park. I like to park like right at the front door, just so I can run in and out faster. Because depending on the weather, it could stop you from getting back into your ship. And a small little ship like this is perfect for something like this. No, that's not where I want to be. I want to get up. Oof. Harsh landing. We made it. Exit seat.
All right then.
So if you look up in the top right-hand side up here, you see that we're not in an armistice zone. Here's our bed that I was talking about earlier. We have a cargo space here as well. So this is all going to play into how we do this. Now, I don't think there's anybody here. We didn't see a ship, so we don't have to really break out a gun. But the beautiful thing about this is you can come right into the front door right here. Get inside, get out of the weather. Go bug to fall. Stand back up. I have my little pistol here, so. And what we're looking for, don't ever take for granted that there isn't somebody here just because you don't see a ship here. Well, what you're looking for is these crates like this. And what you want to do is go to your local inventory. That's the inventory of the base you're on. All of these supplies right here, like this medical gun, medical attachments, all the medical stuff, you're going to move it all into the local inventory. Now it's in the local. You don't move it onto your person's inventory, just your local inventory. In busier times, there'll be people here waiting on people to come and do this, or because there's a box. This is where a box mission, you'll come and pick up a package here and then take it somewhere. Always look on the shelves too. Sometimes there's drugs sitting on the shelf that you can take that could be worth some credits. I always really look at everything just to make sure. These are spawn points, one here, one over there. Here's a red crate. This is what we're looking for here. This will usually have armaments in it. Again, go to your local. Then, so we have a jumpsuit. We got armor in here. We got a sniper rifle battery along with a sniper rifle. So there's armaments there. We're going to move all that to the local inventory as well. Close that. And this could be considered kind of an arms trading loop, because you're basically anything you don't have or you don't want to keep, you could sell and make a pretty decent little bit of money that way without having to commit to big cargo runs. Here's another red crate. Move that over into local as well. Leg armor. All of this will sell really well. And then some of it you just want to keep just to have backups. Because if you die, whatever you're wearing and whatever you have on you for weapons and armor is lost. So it's always good to have something at your station that you spawn at. And I'll show you how I do that once we get done with this little loop that I'm doing. And this little, it's not really a loop, it's kind of a bug that, not really a bug either. I just don't think it was intended to be this way. And they'll probably fix it at some point. I don't know. But right now it works. Okay, so we looted everything. You could buy drugs and stuff here. We're not going to do that either. We're just going to take the loot. We're going to go back to our ship. We're going to go back in, close the hatch. Now what you want to do is go into the bed. We're going to lie down. We're going to lie down. We're going to log out. And what this does is it resets the little station you're at. So now when we log back in, there could be people there when you log in too. There could be ships there. If there's a ship parked where you're parked and you spawn in, you'll explode. But if you park in a way that other people won't park, generally that doesn't happen too much. It's just a chance you're taking. So we're going to log back in. Because we logged out in our bed, we'll log in right there, but in like a different dimension almost, right? It's like a different shard. And all the loot will reset and be in different places and different loot. Sometimes there's none, sometimes there's some, sometimes there's a lot. You could just keep doing this over and over again. At this particular place, because it's not an armistice zone, you'll find weapons, right? And that's kind of what we're after to start out with. And then what you could do after you've gotten enough weapons and things you want from this space, and you're getting a little worried about someone robbing you or killing you, Always close your door too. Never take for granted that just because nobody's here, you don't want them stealing your stuff. We're back in here again. Let's see what we got. Same thing again. We're looking for loot crates. Nothing here. Doesn't mean there won't be. Always check the shelves. That's drugs right there. We'll pick that up, but not just yet. We'll take that and put it in the ship. I already have something in the ship like that. So you see how you can pick it up. But we're going to just drop that for right now. We'll pick that up in a minute. We could take that somewhere and sell it, and that's credits as well. Right now we want to clear the little base out of any loot that it may have before we do that. That might be our only thing we have in this run, which is fine. Yep, that's it. So we're going to take that and put it on our ship. I already have another one underneath there. Now we'll come back in. We'll lie back down. Log back out, log back in. Just do this over and over again, guys, and check that area out for weapons and things like that. And that's really the key. Is the weapons are usually the hardest thing to get. You could do bunker missions too, but there's no point in buying that stuff if you can get it for free. And it really can take you and show you some of the different places to go and check out. And that's kind of what makes the game kind of fun too. But I'll do this one more time, and then we're going to go to a different area. I'm going to show you about getting armors. We'll do this one more time. I'm always careful about coming out in the very beginning. You open that door, somebody could be sitting there with a bead on you, ready to blast you. And then your door's open, they can take whatever's in your ship out of your ship. Again, we're looking for loot crates. They come up dry. If we do, that's all right. It's just to really show you guys. You can just keep doing this loop over and over again. Log out, log back in, check. You can build up a decent stockpile of arms that way. Check over here too. Come up dry. All right, let's go back to the ship. Well, I could have went in the front seat. I should have showed you guys that, but now what we're gonna do. Engines on.
Engines online.
Pull up here. Retract landing gear.
Retracting modules.
Get out of dodge. Holster weapon.
Stowing weapons.
Lower landing gear.
Gear down.
Exit seat.
That's affirmative.
Open inventory.
As you wish.
Gang, so once you've done that loop about looting everything, so everything now is in the local. What you want to do before you leave is open up your inventory, go to your vehicle inventory. Here's the local, here's your vehicle. You want to move everything you've done and picked up into your vehicle. It's now on your ship. Before you leave, make sure to do that. It's easy to forget and leave everything behind. We should be getting close to this cat. We'd be getting close to him. Skid already. Be down. Last long. He didn't last long. Star map.
Please select your destination.
there you have it, guys. Just like I said, you go to those little spots like that, and you can really pick up a lot of equipment, gear, armors, weapons, multi-tools, food items. You don't need to buy that stuff. You can go to these places, log out, log back in, stockpile it, bring it back to a port. You don't necessarily want to have a base on a planet as your main base. It's hard to get in and out of planets versus ports or moons. But yeah, so check that out. Stockpile up your gear, and that way you always have armor, you always have weapons, you always have food items. You don't have to buy any of that stuff. But I hope this little video helps some of you guys out that might be starting out in a small ship. You can sell a lot of that gear, do arms trading, things like that. But yeah, anyway, guys, I appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next one.